Santos out for the opening kick. Away we go on Sunday Night Prime Time. Isaac Galindo to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
They get 13 on the pickup, and that's a 49er first down.
13 yards on the play, and a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a pickup of 11, and it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
A gain of 2. Brings up
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Going run again with McCaffrey. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate.
And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Kate, you know this. Those amazing essays you wrote at Cal, that start to that paper was so important it set the tone for the rest of it.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Spins out on one side. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams on the play action. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bears first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
That's good for the Bears.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Second down carry for Jones. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. First down throw by Purdy. Oh, he loses the football. And the Bears say they have it. Looks like they do.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, they'll run. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Kudos to that defense. Seriously, Kate. Coming in that situation where your offense just fumbles the ball away, there's no sulking, there's no pouting. It's time to step up and do your job, and they did just that.
Ringo to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's taken down after a very productive effort.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Third down, 3 to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the back makes the play.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
3rd down. Purdy. Taking off. He'll try to get there. And Purdy going to smartly hit the deck here as he's able to pick up the first down in the process.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Gervon Dexter getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer. Everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
Williams to throw on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
Off play action. Here's Williams. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up second down. Williams to the air once more. He gets this one to Moore. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
8 yards on the pickup. And this is third.
Throwing again, Williams. That one on target to Moore. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bears first down.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Bears first down.
This is Jones. Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Jones. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is caught, and he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run once more with McCaffrey. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. As we are ready to get back underway. Open man there, it is Bourne. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kittle is the man in motion. On play action, here's Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
That's another
Play fake. Now it's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short one caught by Loveland. And mark him down up beyond the 30. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Chicago.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
A play fake. Now Williams. He'll get this to the Missouri man, Luther Burden.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A run here with Homer. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Nick Martin is there to bring him down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Look at the big man go. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Bears 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Homer. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run it with Homer. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is...
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Niners offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Purdy. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the 49er 1st down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
3rd down, Purdy. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ooh. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Williams. Connection made, it's Burton. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
To throw, it's Williams. A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Bernardo Green on the coverage.
Throwing again, Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bears first down. Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to Odunze again. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Williams to the air once more. Taking off.
A gain of 9 yards.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. Our trip around the NFL.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Bears.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this down to the 47. Malik Mustafa there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The rookie out of Georgia, Michael Williams, getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To the right side, caught by Burton. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Forced out wide. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. It is 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch, and move the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from the Windy City. Safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. Third and short yardage. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to 1 score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the 4th quarter, if this thing's within 1 score, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 1. We'll go play action with Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Lions 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Lions.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
It's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bears have it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9. At the
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
A gain of 12 yards.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. In dribble, and he's going to be taken down.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Williams. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be third down.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him. Take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And the defense unrelenting, a third and 6. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
Goff
7.
now looks to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
That's good for a Bears first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Bayless Jones, incomplete.
But, Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd down and 13. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Velus Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
That's good. For a Lions first down.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now gone. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jervon Dexter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Bates' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing is Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. To the air, Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
Bears first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He gets this to Jones over the middle. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll look to throw forward with Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 71 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid stiff arm. The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
A gain of 12 yards.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. To throw, Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
16 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams can't get away, and he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Luther Burden, 49 yards. And the Bears are able to add on to that lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To the left side into the hands of Odunze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
15 yards. That's another.
On play action, here's Williams. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. You hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there, just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's done his part, but so far it's been a losing effort, so they've got to fix something. But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
And so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now gone. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense and their running back getting set to go once more. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing.
Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
Again, Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 9-yard line.
Bates' kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. Inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's January 4th. Are we still within the range we can say Happy New Year? Well, Happy New Year. This is it. Week 18. Everything to play for. Let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on the Ravens in the AFC.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by quarterback. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Pass caught by Burden. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain. Brings
up the middle, Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it and move forward and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 16.
On the counter, here's Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run for Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Lions 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And inside give to Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Jack Campbell.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give them. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On the delay, Jones. Well, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A give to Jones. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
To throw, it's Williams. That's to Moore. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
Gone. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
46-yard line.
Here's Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Lions 27.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Fox to kick off for the Lions.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll go again to Jones. Stays on his feet. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Gain of 6.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Again, this to Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Third and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff now looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Lions first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play action. It's Goff. He's got right on the short throw. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they